Hi again. A few more paperbacks just to go through. This one I wasn't going to do because I thought it was too new, because it's got this really lovely cover on. It's basically all the short stories about robots by a thing that Asimov did. And then I looked inside at the sort of printing plate bit and realised it was 1995, which is a few years after he died. So the book's getting on for 25 years old, which is pretty amazing because it's in quite good condition. I've read all the stories. Some are good, some are bad, some indifferent, like any short story collection. But if you're looking for all the Asimov together, this has got a really nice cover on it, I think. So that'll be staying on the shelf. Next up, Billion Year Spree, which is a history of science fiction, which I can tell because it says history of science fiction on it. So, you know, well done me. I've actually read this and it's pretty good. For me, it really gets started, you know, about halfway through when it gets to New York sci-fi writers of the 30s, the golden age, and then onwards to sort of more modern sci-fi. Wasn't as interested in the sort of Frankenstein and early stuff, the myths, not really my scene, but apparently there's a Trillion Year Spree as well, which extends it on after this was published. But I love this edition. If you like your sci-fi, go and get yourself a copy because it's very good. Okay, next up, some short stories which I haven't read yet, only just got, by Fred Pohl. Lovely, crazy, well, not crazy, but lovely colourful penguin of purple font from the 70s. It's 10 short stories. There you go, £2, that was good value. And I'll be reading that. And then last up, Stranger in a Strange Land by Robert A. Heinlein. I have tried to read this a couple of times and it didn't click with me. It's quite a long book, so after sort of 50 pages I bailed both times. I thought I might get through it the second time, but I didn't. But this copy's got a nice cover with the signature and everything, which is quite an unusual motif. Yeah, very famous book. If you're a Heinlein fan, I'm sure it's great, but it's not one for me. But it will be staying on the shelf. Okay, I'll do some more books soon. Okay, leave me any comments as well if there's any particular kind of things, more horror, more whatever, and I'll have a look into it. All right, cheers, bye.